Jake.
Hello, how's it going?
Hi, Jake. You're acting so cool, calm, and collected. Nice to see you.
Great to see you.
So, Jake, I've told everybody we're doing a fundraiser for World Central Kitchen, and you're going to be teaching me one of the recipes from your fabulous new cookbook called,
Can't block the title. Jewish.
but here it looks like our wedge because it's
Yes.
back, but it's called Jewish. And but before we start cooking, first of all, I know I love Jake too. You've got a lot of fans out here who are excited to see you. No, I wanted to find out a little more about you. Where are
Yeah.
you from originally, Jake?
New York City.
You're
Yeah, I grew up in Queens. I mean, New York is New York. I went out to Long Island for high school. I was up in the Hudson Valley. I went to CIA for college and then came back and never plan on leaving.
Oh, that's awesome. And so you fell in love with cooking. You went to the CIA, which is the Culinary Institute of America, not the one for spies, and
Yes.
started cooking. And I don't know, I just love watching your videos on Instagram because first of all, someone loves your challah bread, which I love. But I like how you do it, and you kind of do it in fast speed, so we can see it from the beginning to the end. But then you give everybody the recipe, which is great too. And tell me if this is your first cookbook, right, Jake?
It is. It's everything. It's my baby. I don't know, like a lot of people want to know like why this, why Jewish food, why not something else? And it was just always like there are a million and one cookbooks that are just like nice recipes. I put out nice recipes all the time on Instagram of things that people want to make for dinner. But for me, what I love about books, what I love about like all of the cookbooks on my shelf are like the stories, the anecdotes, the food ways, the history, the culture around it. And for me, it's like I don't have much to say about food other than my perspective. And my perspective is I was raised in this very Seinfeld-esque Ashkenazi family in New York, and I met my husband who is Persian Iraqi Jewish, and it became this like fascinating mashup of exploring each other's cultures. He had never heard of babka when we met. He didn't know anything about what I knew as Jewish food, and I didn't know anything about what he knew as Jewish food. And as we started to explore this, it just became very clear, like, these are our family stories. This is the story of our relationship. This is everything.
Well, by the way, someone just says your cookbook is reversed for the viewers. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, because sometimes I have writing on my shirt. It's reversed. And by the way, we've already raised $485 for the World Central Kitchen. Jose Andres is a personal hero of mine. He always goes where help is needed. If Mr. Rogers says, look to the helpers, I think Jose Andres is the biggest helper around. And I just thank you all so much for donating to World Central Kitchen. They're doing some work in San Antonio right now, providing food. And at 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 sorry, Eastern, I'm going to be talking with a woman named Amanda who started the 19th, which is an all-female news outlet, and she's in Austin, and she's going to give us an update on what's going on in Texas. But again, thank you all so much for donating. And basically, Jake, I have my kale ready.
Oh, amazing.
I almost burned down this house making the butternut squash because I forgot I put it in the broiler to char it, and suddenly the fire alarm was going off, and I burned some of it. But I think
That's
it's
fine.
still,
I think at the end of the day, my number one thing, I think you can get this from all of my videos, all of my recipes. That's fine. It's a little char. It's good. It's color.
No, wait. So that's sorry. That's fine, but
Yes.
not much that.
Those are the chef snacks. You give them to the dog. I don't know. Listen, it happens. You just got to pivot. I think at the end of the day, like.
All right. So tell us thank you guys for making. I'm going to match whatever we raise here on our IG Live. So keep it coming. So tell us what we're making from your new cookbook, Jewish.
Okay. So let's find it. This is the kale tabbouleh salad. It is nothing like traditional tabbouleh. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, this is crazy, this is blasphemy, and that's fine. This is a recipe I first learned about from my dear friend Zach Engel, who is the James Beard Award winning chef of Gali into my favorite restaurants. And we cooked this together, and I was like immediately in love because it's a kale salad, which I picked for you because you're in LA, and like what screams LA more than kale? Exactly. And
Before we start though, should I put some boiling water in for the bowl?
yeah, get that going.
And how much water should I put in, Jake?
3 cups, but you can eyeball it. We're gonna drain off any extra.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna do that right now. You keep talking to everybody.
Yes. So you're putting on the water. I have water. What we're going to be doing is the first step is getting our bulgur soaking, and that's just like a cracked wheat. It's going to say, sometimes they'll say like whole grain. That's kind of like a misnomer. It's whole grain because it's a whole grain in the sense that bulgur is a whole grain, but this is still cracked. It's not the entire wheat grain, and that's what you get, these beautiful little kernels that get nice and chewy, and you just...
It wasn't easy to find the bulgur. They used to be able to get it in bulk at Whole Foods, but they stopped that because of COVID. And Jake, now I'm just trying to figure out where I put the bulgur that I bought an hour ago. Hey, Molnar, have you seen the bulgur? Oh, wait, here it is.
This is it. This is my favorite part. Love it. Amazing. Here's the thing. Bulgur. And so much of this book, we talk about Jewish food. We talk about like hard to find ingredients. I personally am just such a huge fan of normalizing ingredients from around the world that are such staples in so many diverse kitchens across this country. That I'm just super excited that now you can go into a Whole Foods and find bulgur. And if not, like, everything is so easily available online. And also you can pivot. Like, if you didn't have bulgur, like, we could find another grain for you. It's not going to be the end of the world. Nothing. I don't take myself too seriously. I don't take what I cook too seriously. You're going to make it great.
So fun. But let me ask you a question. So I have this recipe because the recipe is enough for 12 people, and it's just Molnar and me here. And so I have, I tried to prep. I'm not very good in the kitchen, Jake, but I prepped
the parsley.
I don't have a grater. I'm in a rental house, and so we do this stuff. This is the garlic that
minced. Great. Amazing.
This is the lemon juice that I squeezed.
Amazing.
And here's the kale that I tried to make in kind of bite-sized pieces. And would quinoa work? Someone is just asking. You guys make donations to World Central Kitchen.
Donate, ask questions. So here's the deal. This is one of these grains that quinoa would work. You just have to cook it according to package directions. I love bulgur because it's something that you can just soak in warm water, and in an hour it's nice and tender. We're speeding this up because we're live. We don't need these people just waiting for us all night. So if you boil your water, it's going to go much faster. You can even like cook it in water like any type of cereal grain, but I just like the soaking texture so much better. It keeps that chew. We're making a salad. We don't want mush. We want like a nice chewy grain, and that's what you think of with tabbouleh, at least for me.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. Okay. What am I doing here? Screw this up. Hold on. Oh, everybody for donating. Are the questions? By the way, Alicia Keys just texted me. Alicia Keys, because I signed up and gave her my cell number. So I think I'm getting these personal messages from her, but I think she just sends them to everybody. Hold on 2 seconds.
Is she saying something naughty? Like what is she saying?
Saying she misses me and she's got some new music for me. Hold on.
That could go either way.
Hold on, Jake. Am I blocking this? Hold on 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, keep donating, you guys, to the World Central Kitchen. My personal hero, Jose Andres. All right, can I put this in this?
Yeah, that's fine. That looks. What kind of bowl is that?
I got it at CVS.
Katie, yeah, that should be fine. I mean, yeah, if you have glass, that'd be better. Just because we're adding boiling water, and like I don't know where that bowl came from, and most plastic bowls are like fine heat-wise, but the last thing we need is to ruin the only bowl you have.
We have a bowl in here that is. Hey, John, do you know where the bowl is?
I'm gonna keep going. I'm just covering my bulgur.
Good. Say hi to.
Hello.
Hi, Jake.
Welcome. Did Katie tell you about the what is that you were making? The
Oh, yeah, the squash.
The
Yeah.
squash.
squash, it's all good. Everything's going to be great.
I just
And
want to say, I was told to watch it. I had 3 calls from the office about taking it out of the oven. I took it out of the oven. I set the timer. Katie walked in. She took over, and within 10 minutes, the squash was burned.
I know. Terrible.
it's all good. It's all good. It's a journey. Cooking is a journey.
Pasta.
And now, since you did this on Instagram Live for all these people, next time you'll probably have it on your like phone timer.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
But it's going to be, it looks pretty good, actually. It's charred.
I like a good char. I like some burnt bits.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of flavor.
All right.
Okay.
Nice
I
to meet
have
you.
I have this bowl.
Gorgeous, stunning. Let's do it. Why not?
So all this in?
So you're gonna need probably, since you're doing a half recipe, you need like half of that bag.
Really?
I'm doing
A little bag. It's 8.8 ounces.
I've been doing this for so long, I can see in volume. I can tell you that would be for like a full one. That's going to be about a cup and a quarter to a cup and a half.
So half?
Half. If you want to do all, get a little grainier. Why not? There is no like right or wrong answer. It is just you're mixing everything together. We're going to focus on flavors and textures. Pour the water right on top.
All of the boiling water?
All of it. All of it. Go for it.
Got it. Okay, hold on.
And I'm putting this aside then.
Okay. I really did almost burn down this kitchen. It was not good. Okay, hold on. I'm putting the water in. I'm pouring it in. Okay, that's a lot of water, Jake.
Then add the rest of, oh, that's because I gave you the water for the full thing. So why don't you throw in the rest of the bulgur from the bag?
Okay, okay. Okay. I think that people, I wish there, okay, I'm just, oops, that's the wrong one.
But you have no idea. This is so incredible because people can relate.
Okay, I'm terrible. I think I'm a terrible cook.
You're not. You're fine. But listen, that's like, that is just like, no, you just leave it. Just let it soak.
Okay.
Let it soak. So now that's aside. I'm going to get my butternut squash roasting. So I have one that I chopped. And then I'm just throwing on 2 tablespoons of olive oil and some salt and pepper. It's super simple. You could use like any squash you like. So you could use acorn squash. You could use delicata squash. You could use, let's say like you didn't like squash. Use root vegetables. Use carrots. Use cauliflower. There is no right or wrong answer. You just have to use vegetables because that's what adds like nice flavor and caramelized sweetness.
So you put it in for how long at 450?
So I think when it comes to cooking vegetables, there's like 2 things to keep in mind. Always high temperature. I never roast vegetables lower than 450 degrees, just because like that's how you're really going to build up flavor, a lot of that caramelization, those brown bits. At the end of the day, I want the squash cooked, but not mushy because we're adding this to a salad. We're going to toss it. We don't want just like mushed up squash. Right. So as soon as it's tender, which is going to take only 16 to 18 minutes, the number one like kitchen tool that people underutilize is their broiler. So turn on your broiler, which is what you did, and only like 3 to 4 minutes, you're gonna get that beautiful golden char. And again, you can't walk away with the broiler. You can't, like the broilers are those things that you just chain yourself to the oven. But as soon as you do, as soon as anything is fully cooked, don't just cook it until it has that golden color. If it's fully cooked, just turn on the broiler, you'll get the color and you'll be done in a few minutes.
Okay, point. Okay, so you're going to 16 minutes or so, and then you're going to put it under the broiler, which you always have to leave the oven open, right, Jake?
No.
I do. My mom always does that.
So it depends. It depends on your type of oven. A lot of old ovens have, so like, and again, I am in a tiny ass New York City apartment kitchen. This is a banquet hall compared to my like studio galley kitchen when I first moved to Manhattan. And I literally had one of those 19-inch stoves and the broiler was at the bottom. So you had to lie on the floor, open up, like you had to open up the drawer, keep it open. And there was a rack to put things in for the broiler. And that was how I worked. Now for most ovens, you just have to like adjust your top rack. I typically don't like to have your rack at the very top of the broiler, but just one ring down, which is enough for just like a little bit more like wiggle room where you're not going to burn the hell out of everything. You get another minute.
Okay. I want to remind people who are just joining us what we're doing. I'm with Jake Cohen, who's adorable. He has a really fun Instagram page. I love watching his videos. I loved his Nicole Kidman pasta, especially.
I mean, you were the one who convinced me to even watch the show. I wasn't even going to watch the show, but you were just so passionate about it that I watch everything. So I had to do it.
I thought it was so good. And anyway, Jake made this very funny, long, curly pasta with vodka sauce, and you're just really fun to watch. So everybody follow Jake, and he's got a new cookbook out called Jewish, even though he is Jewish and not Jewish. And he's, so where can people buy your book?
Wherever books are sold. It's available for pre-order now. It's everywhere. Every indie shop, which I love to support your local bookstore, wherever you are. But it's on Amazon, Target, Walmart, Barnes and Noble.
So please support Jake and his book, and become a follower, become a fan like I am. And as importantly, or even more importantly, we're raising the World Central Kitchen. Jose Andres is down in Texas, helping so many people. That you know, about people were without power. People are really going through a lot there. They don't have electricity. They're stay warm. They have water problems. The boil water order. It has to do with the electrical grid that really wasn't prepared. It's also connected to global warming, but we don't have to get into all of that right now. All you need to know is the people in Texas, also I think in Louisiana and other places that the World Central Kitchen is serving and helping, they need our help. And they're down there and they're really having a difficult time. So any donation that you all can make, I'll be matching whatever we raise here today, talking to Jake. And I just want to say thank you in advance for supporting Jose Andres and the extraordinary work of the World Central Kitchen. Okay, getting back to our recipe, I'm just going to pick this up for a second. Okay, there's my bulgur. Is that
wonderful? Just give it a little shimmy, give it a little shake just to even it out, and so it's flat. And then all the bulgur is under the water. Other than that, you're good. You put it aside, you set it, and forget it.
Okay, I'm going to set it aside and forget it. Now what do I do, Jake?
We're going to do...
I'll put this here so people can see what I'm doing a little bit better.
Love it.
Okay.
So now we're going to do the dressing. So you'll need another... You could use that plastic bowl that we put aside. That's perfect. So the dressing is so simple. It is 3 ingredients plus salt and pepper. It's equal parts of lemon juice and olive oil with garlic.
Okay, stand by.
Yes, okay, wonderful.
Okay, so not more olive oil than lemon juice, because when I'm making salad dressing, I always need to add more olive oil. But for this, you want kind of the equal amounts.
Exactly. So very traditional French, it's 3-to-1 ratio. That's what you learn in culinary school of oil to acid. That being said, 3-to-1 is a traditional.
Okay.
In so many Middle Eastern cultures, it's all about those bright, tangy flavors, and especially when we're dealing with fiber. I'm back.
Okay, why don't you talk for a minute, make sure that everybody can hear you.
Can the people hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay. Oh, thank you for making a gift in honor of someone's birthday. Someone made a gift in honor of their birthday. Thank you so much. And this is awesome. We've raised $2,646. Never underestimate the kindness of people. I think this is obviously so encouraging and heartening. Can you all see? Everybody can hear Jake now, right? Yes.
Yes, I think we're good. Listen, this is what happens. So I got a FaceTime. I exited out. Instagram punished me for leaving the app. You got to stay committed and engaged.
Don't just ignore anybody who's calling you right now. So I put the equal parts. I'm going to put this down like I did before. Sorry, everybody. I put the equal part lemon juice and olive oil. And now I put the grated or minced garlic.
Yes. This is my favorite kitchen tool, a microplane. I use it in every recipe pretty much, just because it's so great. So Katie, you have to remember that whenever I go to a rental, I have a whole bag just of kitchen stuff I bring, because I never trust a rental kitchen.
There was just pretty much very little here. I don't even want to get into it. Like, so I put the garlic in and I'm just mixing it up. Now I used a clove and a half of garlic.
Great. I am a garlic fiend. The more garlic, the better. To me, like I would eat like raw garlic every day for breakfast because I just think it's just so sharp and vibrant. And I think whenever a recipe calls for garlic, I always end up doubling it. So all of my recipes have the
But it gives you some serious breath, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already married. I'm not looking for it.
Okay. So, all right.
Throw in some pepper.
Okay. Do you want me to put salt and pepper in the dressing?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on.
Layer seasoning. Whenever you're cooking, everything gets some salt and pepper because then in the end, you're not adding a ton. You're just like seasoning as you go.
Okay. Here's the pepper. Okay. I think this is also really healthy and fresh. I'm trying to lose a few lbs because I've been eating too many Tate's cookies during the pandemic, not to mention too much ice cream. So this is a really healthy recipe, everybody.
And it also, the best part is like, so you're having it because you're two people. I am also two people, but one of my favorite things is that this lasts for days because the kale is like, it's one of my favorite things. And all of the recipes in my book were tested and developed at Shabbat dinners I hosted. And one of the things that like really drove everything I wanted to put in it was that it really works in the concept of hosting people.
Right.
Obviously not right now, but in general, the concept of cooking for others and not having it add stress to your life.
Right.
So for me, having a salad that you can dress in advance and just put out on the table before dinner or before your guests arrive, that's everything.
Plus, I imagine it even gets tastier as the days go by because all the flavors have a chance to really merge and kind of penetrate the ingredients. Look at me talking.
You know, good. You know what's going on.
Hey, Jake. So look, here's the story on my here. I'm gonna.
You were like, it's so much water. There
but it's still some excess.
100%. You're gonna let it keep soaking, and then we're gonna drain it off at the very end.
You're gonna what?
We're gonna drain it off at the very end.
Okay. By the way, thank you everyone. 151. I feel like Jerry Lewis in the.
I'm like it always reminds me. There's this meme of Celine Dion at one of like those telethons that they just use all the time, and I just feel like that's us.
That's what I feel like. 154 donations so far, $3,207. Thank you all so much. Keep it coming, everybody, because as I said, we have a lot of people who are really in need in the state of Texas, and this will go to providing food and helping other people who are really in a bad way. So keep it coming. Thank you, everybody. And I'm gonna match whatever we raise tonight. So don't go too crazy. Just kidding. Okay, Jake, what are we doing here now?
So I am one step behind you. I'm just chopping my kale, but that's going to take me just like a minute. So we'll do that, and then once that's done, we'll start tossing salad.
Okay, I'm going to get another spoon.
So do you find joy in cooking?
Sorry?
Do you find joy in cooking? Like, tell me, like, just because you're.
But I don't like to do it by myself. I like to do it with other people around and everybody kind of pitching in. So I think I don't really love doing it by myself. And I also was feeling very stressed about getting all the ingredients because, as I said, I had to go out and find the bulker. And so I had to hightail it out to Whole Foods. And I don't really know my way around Los Angeles. So it was a little stressful, but I do like to cook. I like to cook, especially in the summer because, some weird person. I like to cook in the summer because I have a vegetable garden.
Oh.
And I just love to go to farm stands.
That's it. Yes, we're playing along with this. This is all good. I'm finishing chopping the kale and we're going to chop it up. You're going to grab your apples and then I'm going to talk for you and you could just move your lips and exactly. The beauties of technology. This is funny because this is my first like book live. Yes, Honeycrisp. Need to take the sticker off, but yes. which are my favorites just because they're very sweet and they remind me. I mean, I just think of New York when I think of Honeycrisp. Kate likes Honeycrisp apples. She is telling it. We're just going to chop them up roughly. You want your, let's talk about Katie. She can't answer back, so we'll just comment it. Oh my God. Who would ever say a mean thing about you? Just kidding. I know the internet. So you're looking for like, I don't know, 1-inch pieces. You don't have to go crazy. Doesn't perfect, like nice bite size. The best part is like the lemon juice in the dressing helps everything stay like nice and vibrant. So you're not going to end up with brown apples no matter what. This can literally sit in the fridge for 2 days and it won't be brown. Yeah. And then we're going to literally now just toss everything together. So we have the kale, we have the apples, we have the dressing, and then got to toast some pepitas, some pumpkin seeds. All right, you're one step ahead. You're a star pupil. I don't know what you're so concerned about in terms of food. Yeah. Let's put it all together. Throw in the parsley too. So I have a cup of parsley, and it is literally just like an ode to traditional tabbouleh is mostly parsley. Parsley is probably the predominant ingredient, and everything else is a garnish. In this recipe, it's the other way around because we're using so much kale, but you still got to have parsley always. And if you like cilantro or mint, you could throw those in too. There is no like crazy answer. Yes, Katie just asked if you could put the butternut squash in, and you can. People are looking for play-by-plays now, which is why like some personal things, your social security number, like mother's maiden name. Yeah, this is looking gorgeous. Yes. We're going to get to that last because we still got to drain it. You don't want to add in, Katie wants to add in the bulgur, but we got to drain it first because we do not want all that extra liquid in there. Throw the dressing in. We're going to pour this on top. And we are past the 35 mark, Katie, for World Central Kitchens. Off that salad. That's it. Amazing. Yeah, so the only other things, we're throwing pretty much everything into the bowl together. And this is why I think everyone needs like a big ass bowl in their life. To me, like I use this more than anything in my kitchen, and it doesn't fit in any of my cupboards. I keep it in my like hallway closet. That's it. Whatever works. I love these big metal ones. They're like clanky and ugly. They're the best. Yes, throw in the pepitas. We have some pepitas. I'll give it a little toss so people can see. Some toasted pumpkin seeds. Just toasting them for a few minutes. It really helps like bring out the essential oils and just make it taste like nuttier, more delicious. Go. Yeah, perfect. You could, yeah, you could do it in the skillet. You could do it in the oven. You could do it however you would like. If you wanted to, you could throw in some spices. You could throw on like some, even like baharat or like a nice like Middle Eastern spices. Za'atar would be delicious. Anything. A little kick. I keep this simple. This is simple because, again, it's just a salad. You're making a full dinner. And at the end of the day, like, I don't want you to get stressed over the salad. You could then take this and bring it to like whatever you want. Some chili powder, delicious, amazing. Go for it. So I don't know if you're familiar with, how familiar are you with Judaism, Katie? Katie's mom was Jewish, everyone. Wow. Okay, so to repeat, Katie was raised, say that word again, I'm so sorry. Presbyterian. I thought you said something else first. I know Presbyterian. Okay, so Presbyterian, but she found out when she was 10 that her mother was Jewish. And to me, that's one of my favorite parts of this book and celebration of culture and the concept of what Jewish identity can be, because it really can be whatever you would like to make of it, which is what I have done. And a huge part of the Passover Seder is this term, it's this song, Dayenu, that everyone sings. And the whole concept behind it is it would have been enough. And it's referring to all the different like miracles of the Exodus. If God had done any one of those miracles of the Exodus, it would have been enough. And it's just like a nice song, but I just think it's such an incredible mantra to apply to your life of just like gratitude for whatever. So if you make the salad as is, great, Dayenu. If you burnt the squash, Dayenu. If you swapped out all the ingredients for something else that you had, Dayenu. It's always going to be fine. Just make sure there's enough salt and call it a day. Yeah. So like I said, you can throw in whatever spices you like to your squash, to your pepitas. Katie's going to throw in some chili powder. If you are feeling a little spicy, you can as well. Okay. I'm going to show everyone. This is my salad, since this is the solo Jake narration show. This is kale, apples, pepitas, parsley. I'm going to throw on my dressing, and then time to drain your bulgur. Do you happen to have a strainer? Amazing. Love it. Fine. It's going to have a little extra flavor. So just pour in your bulgur to get off any extra liquid. Katie is shocked how much water it absorbs, and there it goes. Amazing. Someone just asked for the recipe. You can find it at katiecouricmedia.com, as well as its link to her daily newsletter, Wake Up Call. I'm doing a good job I could be a brand ambassador. So throw the bulgur right in with the rest of the salad. Love it. We love a toucan. Yeah. Just mix it up. Just toss the salad and check for salt and pepper. The number one issue is people make a recipe, and I hate when recipes for like a salad calls for like a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. Everyone's salt is going to be different. And at the end of the day, just like taste it, see what it needs, add more of it. It's super vibrant, super easy, super like long lasting. For me, it's it. It's it. Katie knows, can't hear her. Something happened. The beauty of Instagram, but we're doing it. We're making it work. You know what, Katie? This is a perfect example of Dayenu. It's here together. All that matters. So yes, you know Dayenu. You got it. Amazing. Even better. We love. So you know the drill. He knows the tune. Yeah. Taste it for salt and pepper. You have to taste for seasoning. See what you like. I can hear Katie. I can hear Katie. You just okay. I get her all to myself tonight. This is just we're having like a friendly FaceTime. It's all yours tonight. Do you think it's delicious? even if she didn't, you can't hear her. So I would say it was. Okay. My squash is done now. I'm going to add in my squash. Again, this is that beautiful golden sear that you get from broiling it. That's why you want that good color. It's nice and tender but not mushy, so that it will not fall apart when I toss it. And then I'll give an overhead view, Katie, to show all the people my salad tossing skills. Yeah. Yes, everyone, we need to get to $4,000. Katie is matching the donation. I know you can't hear her, but I can, and she is telling to give as much as you can so that we can donate to World Central Kitchen, which is so important right now. She is so you have to katecouric.com to sign up, and she's going to be publishing the recipe in Wake Up Call, her daily newsletter, tomorrow. Of course. Okay, so this is the salad, my version. Again, it looks the same because that's the beauty of a recipe. You could cook with someone across the country and still end up with the same dinner. We only have a few more minutes to get to $4,000. You got to do it. Katie's matching it. Like, let's make her pay. Come on. This is it. This is it. This is coming out of her book advance. We are going to make it happen, everyone. But yeah, it's very healthy. Like you said, this is one of those things that it could be a dinner. You could throw protein on if you want. It's already got protein because of the bulgur. This would also be great with like fish. Or chicken, or I don't know, you get creative. People will do, no matter what I tell them, people are going to do their own thing in their kitchen, especially in these days. So just go with it. I don't know. We only have $200 left. The least you can donate, I think the minimum is $20. Make it happen. Oh, we made, oh my God, we're $12 away. Come on, who's got $12? $12. Do I hear $12? $2. We're $2. We made we made it. We made it. And not only that, but it's like this has been so much fun. Even though we have a little bit of technical issues, I mean that's part of the fun. She is very sorry that you can't hear her, but she wants me to tell you to pre-order my cookbook. I mean, listen, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. Like it's that's it. This is going to be living on Katie's Instagram feed. So if you really want to practice your lip reading, you could head there and just watch it over and over again and hear my incredible lip reading skills. Thank you for having me, Katie. I hope when you're back in New York, I will hand drop off a challah for Shabbat, or we'll figure it out post-pandemic. Oh, yeah. Backwards, it is Jewish, reinvented recipes from a modern mensch from HMH, and you can get it wherever books are sold. Comes out March 9th, but it's available for pre-order. And if you pre-order it now, you get a digital Haggadah that I wrote for your Passover Seder. You have no, if you want to, yes, 100% you can come over for Passover. That's not even, you can come whenever you want, Katie. Thank you so much. Katie wants me to say thanks. She also let me know that she's coming over to my Passover Seder this year, so I'm jealous. And would you like to do any send-off words? So Katie said, follow me, and thank you so much for the donations. We raised over $4,000, which means over $8,000 in total. So incredible. It's such a mitzvah, and we get to have dinner knowing that we put out some good into the world. A pleasure. I will talk to you very soon. Bye.
If you guys like what you see, subscribe right here.